The best of the morning to you. This is Monday with Friday, preparing you for a better week ahead. In the radio era, while television was still a toddler, every now and again a radio announcer would say, "We pause for station identification," and then repeat the call letters of the station. Today I want to pause for viewer identification. In the first episode of Monday with Friday, I affirmed that we all live by faith, whether religious or not, and sought to address all kinds of viewers, regardless of where you might be on the faith spectrum. I welcome the religious and the atheist, Christians and folks from other faiths. I said I am a Christian, and I asked you not to hold that against me. Now, over the past 9 weeks, I have taken you on a journey visiting 9 virtues we desperately need in society, in leaders, in families, in the workplace, and wherever humans form community or relationships. The 9 are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, meekness, and self-control. Some of you, by the second or third week, could anticipate what the next week's virtues were going to be and in what order. And others of you just went along for the ride. Those 9 virtues are lumped together in a letter St. Paul the Apostle wrote to a Christian community in Galatia, known today as Turkey. Paul presents them as fruit that Christians bear from their lives as they grow spiritually. Hence, he calls them the fruit of the Spirit. Some Christians might argue that only Christians can bear this fruit or display these virtues. I'm hesitant to say so. I don't want to get too much into religion, but I have to reference it a bit, so stay with me a little while. Now, Paul didn't grab these virtues out of thin air. He did not invent them. These were virtues already observed and known to humans. In what we'd call today a hedonistic, highly self-indulgent and self-satisfying society where, if you know anything about Roman values in the 1st century when Paul wrote, self-honor was of greater value than service. If you did something generous, it was more for your own honor than to serve others. This is why when any edifice or city was being built, it was named after the builder or the person who supplied the funds. The major sporting and entertainment events then involved fights to the death. You remember the gladiators. The Romans' approach to food was gluttonous, excessive, and often disgusting. Their sexual practices were equally disgusting and abusive. So it is in this, let's call it, ungodly context that these virtues, these fruit, were identified as being so foreign and opposite to people's natural inclinations and pursuits, and so impossible to cultivate out of one's normal and natural instincts, that Paul saw them as the product of God, the Spirit of God. Christians believe in something I call the wild waywardness of God's Spirit. I call it that because Jesus, in discussing the Spirit with a man named Nicodemus, said this, that the wind blows where it will. You hear the sound of it, but you don't know where it is going. So it is with the Holy Spirit, God's Spirit. Thoughtful and curious Christians know that this means we cannot pigeonhole God to religion or limit God to Christianity. Now, this is precisely why I've challenged you these past 9 weeks, whether Christian or not, religious or not, to consider these virtues, because I reaffirm that there is a spiritual side to our humanity which we must feed as much as we feed the physical, the emotional, the mental, the intellectual, and the social. I hope that these weeks, reflecting on love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, meekness, and self-control, have challenged you to feed your spiritual side and to let these somewhat supernatural virtues grow in you. Those episodes remain on my YouTube channel. Feel free to revisit them regularly, refresh your spirit, and recharge your life. If we all grew in them and them out of us, we could change the world. So thanks for watching. As always, please share this video with someone. do ask them to subscribe to my channel. And thanks to all of you who have subscribed. I am Michael Friday, and your week just got better. I'll see you again next week. Happy Monday, all the way to Friday.